What is an HSA? Should you have one? And can you qualify for one? Hi, I'm Doug Ray, president and founder of the Wealth Guardians and the Ray Financial Group.
And I'm Brice Payne, and you've entered The Vault, the Wealth Guardians video series on all things pertaining to retirement planning. In this episode, we're going to talk about HSAs. We're going to define what an HSA is, get a better understanding if you qualify for one or not, and then talk about all those bonuses that exist from having an HSA. As always, I'll bring your attention to these like and subscribe buttons down below the screen there if you want to catch future episodes of The Vault with Doug, Garrett, and myself. As for this one on HSAs, let's go ahead and get started on this, Doug. Let's start off by, some people don't know what an HSA is, health savings account.
It's a health savings account. It's a benefit that your employer may provide for you. And basically what it is, to qualify for it, you can't be 65 and on Medicare. You have to have a high deductible insurance policy, health insurance, which typically is the deductible is $3,500 and higher.
Those are becoming more and more popular in the employment world.
Yeah. So if you don't know if your company has an HSA, just go to the HR department and ask.
Okay.
But health savings account are one of the most tax advantaged accounts we have out there. It's triple tax free. And what I mean by that is the money you put into an HSA is tax deductible.
From your earned income.
Correct. And as it grows tax free. And when you pull money out to pay for qualified medical expenses, it's tax-free then as well.
So it sounds like it's got a little bit of the best of the IRA world in there and a little bit of best of the Roth world.
It really does. And, most HSAs have a smorgasbord of investments you can put your money in. Much like your 401k has a lot of different mutual funds, HSAs do too. And one of the surprising findings is that 90% of folks who contribute to an HSA just leave the money parked in the money market. They don't invest it, so they don't take advantage of that tax-free compounding of growth.
Okay. So let's move on to the next part. How does one qualify for an HSA? You already kind of touched on that, but I guess the easiest way to find out would be to do what?
Well, basically call your HR department and ask them. But it's pretty simple. Like I said before, you can't be on Medicare. Once you go on Medicare, you're disqualified. You have to have a high deductible health insurance policy, and you can't be claimed on somebody else's tax return as a dependent.
Okay, so that's a key one there as well. Okay, well, so now that we have an understanding of what an HSA is and how one might qualify, or at least find out if they qualify for one, have that opportunity to invest in an HSA, there's a lot of benefits. You've alluded on some of these tax ones, but talk to us more about what the benefits are of putting your money away in an HSA.
Well, sure. Aside from the triple tax-free, your employer can match your contribution, much like they match the 401k. So again, that's money sitting there for you that's free and on the table.
Okay.
It's not one of those use it or lose it plans like an FSA is. So you can have this HSA even in retirement. You just, once you turn 65, you can still use the money in your HSA, and it's not penalized or taxed or anything.
Yeah, so unlike an FSA, an HSA is an asset that you still own. Is it passable to beneficiaries? Can you list a beneficiary for your HSA account?
No, you can't do that.
Can't do that. Okay, so if you were to pass, that money's gone in that case.
The other thing I'll mention too is there's no required minimum distributions out of an HSA.
Oh, there you go.
Like there is an IRA and a 401k. So Brice, the other thing about HSAs is contribution limits.
Yeah.
For 2025, and they do increase these for inflation every year. For a self-only HSA plan, it's $4,300.
Okay.
And if for family coverage, you can go up to $8,550. And if you're 55 and older, then you can add another $1,000 as the catch-up.
Well, so it's getting bigger and bigger, the amounts that you can contribute to that. What about, I know that there is a possibility of converting IRA money to HSA money.
You get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to convert your IRA dollars or a portion of your IRA dollars to an HSA.
Only one time?
One time, that's it.
Okay, so you want to make sure you're doing it the right way there. Anything else we should know about HSAs?
I think that's got it covered.
Okay, very good. Well, This episode was obviously about HSAs. You've learned about what who qualifies for them, what it is, and what the benefits are having them are. If you'd like to learn more about other benefits for anything retirement planning, again, there's those links down below the screen there. You click on them and you're subscribing to this show, The Vault with Doug, Garrett, and Brice. And make sure that you're catching everything in the future we have to say about retirement planning. As for this episode, that's going to wrap it up. I'm Brice Payne.
I'm Doug Ray.
And this has been The Vault.